For the people who just don't know, my name is Crimson, and this is a Raw Red moment. It's another week, and not just any week. This is the week before Christmas. Merry Christmas to everyone out there. And I believe it's Kwanzaa. No, not Kwanzaa. Sorry. Hanukkah going on right now. If I am reading my calendar right. And if so, and if I missed it, happy Hanukkah to everybody. And Kwanzaa comes up next week as well. So happy Kwanzaa. I have no idea how Hanukkah or Kwanzaa goes. That is evident how I mixed up the two. I know they're two different things. One, Kwanzaa is more of a black Muslim thing, and Hanukkah is a Jewish thing, right? Either way, happy holidays to you and yours. I hope y'all happy, right? So, continuing on with this whole weekly Raw Red moment thing, I got a few things to talk about, right? So, a lot of things are coming out right now, right? Well, as far as like things are like over the years of over the year of 2017, and one of the things that I've heard, right? I don't know if this is true or not, is that the word of the year, right? The word of the year, according to I believe it's Webster's dictionary, is feminism, and is not for a good reason from what I can tell, right? Which is crazy. It's real crazy. So those of you who don't know where I stand on feminism, I think feminism is absolute cancer to everything, even feminism. Feminism is a cancer on its own, to itself and others around it. That's why I believe only between 15 and 20% of Americans consider themselves to be a feminist. I think it's a little bit higher over in England, or I might have that reversed. Either way, feminism, according to Webster's dictionary, is the number one word of the year. Right, and according to people, it's not for the good reason, right? Because feminism, like I say, is cancer. Everything feminism has touched has been bad, right? Like if you look at recent years, feminism hasn't been in a good light for good reason. Because feminism, or feminists, let's talk about feminists. Feminists have turned the word feminism into man-hating, basically. You hate men and everything men stand for or is about. Anything that is relatively close to a man is cancerous. Even the fact that, all human called men or mankind is so wrong and evil. Right? Men can't have Father's Day. Men can't have National Men's Day. The big thing this year, if y'all remember, was International Women's Day, when the women took the day off, a day without a woman, which made no damn sense and was completely sexist and racist at the same time. Remember, they called for all women, people that supported National Women's Day to not shop at any establishment owned by men or white people. So basically, or white men. Basically, men or white men. Right? Just support all female-owned establishments. And every woman should just take the day off and not go to work and show the world how it would be if a woman just didn't work. And from what I can remember, it got a lot of scrutiny, didn't it? Like, first of all, one, not every woman has the luxury, or I'm gonna, you know what? I'm not gonna use the buzzwords. I'm gonna try to. Don't have the luxury of taking off work, right? Because some women, have to go to work, right? Some women have to put food on the table because of their situations, right? And if you were to take the day off, right, that only proves that it only gives people the opportunity who do go to work to make themselves look better, right? Let's put it like this: like in some people's line of work, you have to be on your toes constantly, daily, right? You can't just relax and just let somebody else, outshine you, because if you do that, that means that more money in their pocket and not yours. And a lot of people did not realize what establishments were women owned, right? Technically, some of the women owned, quote unquote, women owned shops were not owned by the women but by men that just put a woman in as a storefront. I don't know. That's just that right there was just me guessing, or just me throwing out ideas. That's probably not even true. But the whole day was absolutely crap. All right. Feminist, just has a bad rap. Even when feminists try to, or that, you know what? Let's put it like this, because I had a conversation, right? I have a conversation this past week where a young lady asked me, "Do men think things through?" And I'm like, "Why the hell would you ask me that? Like, what? No, what's the meaning behind this question? Because you wouldn't ask this question without, you know, something being behind it. Like, what's the backstory to this? So that way I can answer this question, answer your question correctly, or you know, in response to what you're thinking. Yeah, correctly. I think correctly is the good word. So she was like, how come men don't do things simple and easy, right? They have to do things all complicated, right? And they just, it just seems to me that men just don't think things through, don't come up with a plan. They just go ahead and do it, right? And fail constantly at it, right? They don't take the time, sit down, think of what they want to do and how to do it. I'm like, first of all, one, men do think things through, right? Right? At least now, first of all, I can't speak for all men, right? I'm going to say that. This is why I said that. Like, men think things through, but we have to think things through differently than you, okay? Because, believe it or not, men and women are completely different, all right? Men and women are completely different. Don't believe all the bullshit people tell you, right? The men and women are exactly the same. No, they're not, right? The people who tell you that women, there's no difference between a man and a woman, all right, they are exactly the same, which means they can do exactly the same thing. Like, no, they can't, right? That's bullshit, and they know it's bullshit, but they're going to sell it to you like it isn't bullshit. Men have to move differently than women, right? And for that simple fact that men have to move differently than women, right, changes how we think things through, okay? Right? And once again, this is all talking about feminism here, right? men can't move in the same way women do, right? And because women can move in certain ways that men can't, men have to carefully watch their step through the process of their entire lives, right? From the time they become teenagers to right around the time where they get old in age, right? Or possibly die. Somewhere in between old age and death is when men can start moving however the hell they want to, because they already did what they came to do in this world, right? And she was like, "Well, what do you mean by that? Like, what do you like, what is this? I'm just asking you why men don't think things through." Like, well, that's the point. Men have to think things through in a different way than y'all. Y'all can move. Women can move totally different from us, right? And not face any repercussions on the actions y'all make. Matter of fact, y'all are either congratulated or protected based on whatever you do, or however you play your cards, right? Like, just take the recent allegations of sexual assault, right? And I think I talked about this before, or at least I talked about this in a recording that I didn't upload because reasons, or it didn't come out right, or I just felt that one of the recordings that I did put up was actually better. But in the recent sexual assault or rape allegations that have been plaguing Hollywood for the better part of for the last part of 2017. Oh, excuse me. Women have been coming out, mostly women have been coming out and swinging allegations against men of power in Hollywood. Harvey Weinstein is the biggest fish out there. Let's see, Louis C.K., Kevin Spacey. What else? Just a plethora of, that's a big word for me, plethora, I probably pronounced that wrong now, of different Hollywood actors, stars, big wigs, producers, whatever, right? And the general census for all these allegations, right, is that they are telling the truth. That no matter what some of these people say, right, it's all true. All these women who come out to throw assault cases or say they've been sexually assaulted by these people are telling the truth, that it was unwanted and they only work with somebody just for the betterment of their careers, for, or a chance at movie stardom. Now, let the people know that Crimson does not condone, these bad behaviors. Rape is wrong. Sexually assaulting people is wrong, right? And I don't recommend or endorse anyone who does. But what I'm saying here is that I don't believe every single one of these people. I don't believe all of them, right? Some of them, yeah, because they have proof, right? They have proof, or the alleged accuser or the alleged has admitted their wrongdoing in such actions. Those are the ones I believe, the ones that have proof, and those the ones that the alleged has admitted to doing. Those are the ones I believe. Everybody else, I'm kind of like, no proof, no case, right? I think that some of you are jumping on the Me Too bandwagon, right? And see, and that right there, automatically, because I see the look on your face, I'm still talking to a girl, the look on your face tells me that I am an asshole. And I see why, because like, how dare you say that some of these women, some of these victims are lying about their experiences or what happened to them. These people are evil, and what they did to these women is absolutely appalling. And I agree. And I'm like, okay, I agree with you, right? I agree. Excuse me. I agree that these actions that these Hollywood bigwigs have done to these women and men are appalling, right? But I don't believe that all of them are true, right? Because it's simply easy to say that you were a victim and people will believe you because the culture right now is gullible as hell. That's what it is, gullible. And for the people who just don't know what gullible means, just think of what feminists have been telling people to do when it comes to sexual assault and rape victims. They want you to hear their words and accept it as fact. Don't question. Don't deny them. Don't cover your ears to them. They are speaking their truths to you. Once again, I'm trying to avoid the buzzwords here. They want you to be gullible. They want you to hear them and accept their words as fact. But we all know that not everything these people say are true. We all have evidence of times where things come out that was absolutely undeniable fact turned out to be nothing but absolutely imaginary. Absolutely a figment of someone's imagination or a well crafted, well, not real, a craftily crafted story to hide the real truth. All right, let's talk about what was it? Duke, University of Duke, I believe, the lacrosse team, right? That whole story about that, absolutely positively fake, right? Somebody wanted a big news story for their magazine, right? To get some fame off of that. Turned out it was absolutely false, right? There's been a bunch of stories where people, women, right, have claimed sexual assault or rape, right? And went to police and crafted this whole story, and come to find out there was nothing but a whole bunch of lies to cover up what really was going on, right? And she was like, well, women don't lie about rape, like rape, rape and sexual assaults, right? People don't lie about that. Why would people lie about that? Because people, once again, are gullible. People are gullible, right? And that's what feminists want you to be, is gullible. They want you to just hear their stories and accept them as facts and never question those stories or the facts, right? Because, sometimes, people lie to cover up the fact that, I don't know, a few examples, they wanted a news story, or they had a black boyfriend, or they was cheating on their husbands, or they needed to take a test, or what else? They wanted to get back at their boyfriends. or the boy that they like denied their love, or they needed money, or to uh, explain the reason why the baby isn't the boyfriend's slash boy husband's. And the list goes on for multiple reasons. Because people are gullible, that's why people lie about things. So, excuse me if I don't accept everyone's stories as facts. All right? And now, another thing, right, that came into my sort of questions is this whole thing going on in Texas, or Texas University, I believe, University of Texas. This article talking about the genocide of white people. Oh boy, oh boy. The mental gymnastics on this thing. Can y'all believe this shit? Can y'all believe this? Right? So, this whole year, right? This whole year has been filled with mental gymnastics of all kinds, right? Like I said, feminism is cancer, right? That's also spreads to social justice, Black Lives Matter, the LGBT community, right? All these little politically correct bubbles have touched lots of things and corrupted them into things that really is bad. Because all these groups have one enemy in common, and that is the white male. The white man has kept everyone down, has kept women down, kept non-white people. By the way, I hate the term people of color, right? I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I think that's just a degrading name to me, right? I hate being called a person of color. I'm just a person, right? An individual. Don't group me in your group of nonsense. Because the one thing, this is what I want. This is what I want right now. I want a t-shirt, right? Or I want this whole thing to spread. I want this saying to spread. So put it on Twitter, right? Post it on Facebook. If somebody out there will make me a shirt, right? I'll be more than happy to wear it, as long as it's red, and as long as it's a red shirt with white or black letters that says "Your sleep." Hold on. I've been trying to get this. I've missed some words. All right, in white or black letters that says, "You are woke in delusion. I'm sleep in reality." Right? Because that's what it is. You know the whole you're woke, right? And that I have to use this expression. I had to use this buzzword to get this point across. You are woke because you see that racism is power plus privilege, or privilege plus power equals racism, or male privilege plus power equals sexism. And I think I said this in my Define the Word video. If I think I put that one up. I'm not sure. But if I didn't, right, I don't remember when when sexism or racism became a math problem, right? I never had to do mathematics in my head to determine what's racist and what's sexist, right? You are sexist if you are a person who hates another person simply because of their simply because of their sex or gender, right? That's sexist. If you're a woman, right, who hates a man because he is a man, that's sexist, right? Or just hate men because they're men, that's sexist, right? If you are a black person and you're hating on white people because they're white, that's racist. There's no there's no there's no division or addition or mathematics involved in those in those words. You're racist if you hate a person because of their race. You're sexist if you hate a person because of their sex. That's simple. That's easy. So when this college newspaper puts out a thing, puts out a article calling for the genocide of all white people, right? Just all white people. Now, just think about it. Just for a moment. Just for a moment. Think of every white person, right? Every white person that you know, that you could think of, right? Right? Every every um every coworker, classmate, neighbor, new person on TV, sports entertainer, music star, movie star, uh um electrician, teacher, cab driver, right? Uh, fucking hiker, everybody that you see in the park, right? Your landlord, right? Your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, right? Your son, your daughter, niece, nephew, cousin, right? Boyfriend, girlfriend, fucking trans person, gay person, lesbian person, bisexual person. It's all white people that you can think of that you have ran into, right? Just gone, all dead, right? No discriminations, right? No exceptions. All white people just gone from around the world, right? Just dead. YouTube personalities, dead. Subscribers, dead, right? Artists, dead. Just gone. Just drop dead, right? Or, nah, better yet, just disappear. Just go away. Gone. What the fuck, right? You want the genocide of all white people, right? So you're getting rid of everybody on all sides. Do you understand how fucked that is? You damn Nazi Hitler person. Because that's basically what it is. That's basically what you're saying, right? And this guy, or I think it was a guy who wrote this, right, is unapologetic for having these Hitler-like views because that's what Hitler wanted, right? Hitler wanted the genocide of all Jewish people. Just one of them gone because they did not fit his ideal of a perfect universe or a perfect world. That's why he mass murdered a bunch of Jews. You're basically Hitler with his ideas. Do you not see that? Like, he was unapologetic about it, right? The school had to apologize to cover their ass, right? The guy who wrote it was like, nah, I only met like what, a few people, a handful of people, white people that I actually like, but I still want them all dead. Do you imagine if somebody said something else? Just put in different people, right? They want the genocide of all black people. I'm pretty sure that's already been said in the newspaper sometime in the history of newspapers. But just imagine that in current day, right? Just right now. Genocide of all black people. genocide of all Muslim people, right? Genocide of all Asian people, right? And Asians are just huge. Excuse me, I'm choking. A choke at the mere thought of just Asian people, because right, because when you think Asian people, you're thinking, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, right? No, 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 no. Because this is how I define Asian people. Every person that lives in the continent of Asia. Now I got the hiccups. That's great. Right? So you got the majority of Russia, right? China, Mongolian, uh, India, uh, pretty sure the Middle East falls into the Asian territory, or is it European? I think they'll probably. I think half of them will dodge a bullet and be in the European territory. The other half will be in the Asian territory. Singapore, Korea. I, I wouldn't feel too bad about North Korea though. I wouldn't feel too bad about them. But South Korea, man, they got some really good manga out there. Okay, Japan. I love Japan. Right. I love me a Japanese girl, man. Japanese women are hot. Asian women are hot. Korean women are hot, right? I would love me an Asian woman right now. Matter of fact. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Just think about that, right? But nah. This dude says it's all cool because it's white people, and white people are on the top of the hierarchy in their confused bubble and shit. So, so he's been fired from the newspaper, of course, right? And people are just baffled by this. Like, really? Really? Like, this is what you're teaching our kids in college? It's like, yes, yes. If you've been listening to the quote unquote wrong thinkers, there goes another buzzword. Wrong thinkers, they've been telling you this for years, right? They've been telling you this for years. This is what's been going on in those colleges that's been leaking down into the high school, right? I believe I put out a raw red moment where I went to my cousin's high school graduation, right? I went to my cousin's high school graduation, and the valedictorian there, she was valedictorian, put out this whole speech talking about how she wants to be the leader of a world where women get paid the same as men. And I'm like, they teaching these girls in high school that women are getting paid less than men. That is not true. That is not true. And my cousin's wife, right? My other cousin's wife, right, was like, that is true because they got the numbers to prove it. No, the numbers are wrong. The numbers are wrong because they putting all women against all men, and that's not right. You gotta put them. You have to separate. You have to put the numbers right. Can't compare a whole bunch of apples to a whole bunch of oranges because you're not going to get it right. Right, I'm not going to break down the whole wage gap thing here in this video, but basically, right, if you put all the men who work super hard to maintain, basically, here it is, right? Men work to get money, right? Men are more oriented to make more money, to get into higher paying jobs because that's what women like. Women like men with a lot of money that can support them and their family, support them and their family, so they don't have to work if they don't want to. All right, because women are more attracted to men who make a lot of money. Right, if you got money, then you're most likely to get women. right? Because I had hairstylists, right? And I have yes, I went to a hairstylist because I have long hair. Went to a hairstylist, right? And she was telling me about this guy she was dating who's constantly cheating on him, right? Constantly cheating on him with other women, and she found evidence. And I'm like, why do you keep on going back to this man? Well, because he he's nice and sassy, and he drives me around in his nice Cadillac, and lets me sleep in his condo. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. You start off right, but then you start naming expensive stuff. You're attracted to his money. That's really what you are. You're attracted to his money, and if you're a real woman, you go out with somebody that you actually like. It's which you probably actually do. You probably actually like this person, but you're staying with this person. You're letting this dude do whatever he wants with you because he had the money. He's paid. He on he can get you stuff. And that's sad, right? Well, it's not really sad because, men, we kind of do the same thing. We kind of go out with women that look the best, right? Because we want a woman that looks good, right? We make all the money we want to get. We make the money. We do all the hard work, as far as like the dangerous jobs, right? I don't. I work a cushy, not hard, not a dangerous job, but I work. I don't make a lot of money. I make something. I make decent money to support me. But if I was to make more money, then I'd be flooded with women. I mean, look at Flavor Flav. Was it Flavor Flav? Yeah, Flavor Flav. That motherfucker is the ugliest dude I have ever seen. But he put out 3 seasons of a flock of women, one of them just reoccurring, who would do anything just to be with this man. Because he's rich. Right? They had a couple of reality shows, quote unquote reality shows, right? Where they had a bunch of women go after this guy, right? Who they claim was this rich entrepreneur, but just some simple dude that just looked nice. Right? It's like, oh, he got a lot of money. Mm-hmm. What the fuck? I never seen a show where it's the opposite. I never seen a show where roles were flipped. Right? Because it didn't matter. It was like, if the chick's hot, then hell, we're down. That's why you see more gold diggers, right? Female gold diggers than you see, male gold diggers, right? It's not a thing. And it's crazy. What was I talking about? I kind of drifted off on a weird rant here. Hold on. The wage gap is stupid, right? Oh, okay, yeah. All right. I'm back. I was talking about how these colleges are teaching these kids to hate white men. They teaching white people to hate themselves so much that they would cheer on white genocide. What the hell? Because I seen a video where one of the kids from the school, right, went on. I think it was, I want to say Tucker Carlson, right? I want to say it was him, right? Where the kid was like, they actually cheered for this, right? They didn't feel bad about it at all. Like, yeah, bring on white genocide, right? White people are oppressed. Kill all white people. Like, bitch, you white. You'll be the first one to go. You mean to tell me that if I was to kill you right now, you'll be happy because you're guilty of something that you're not guilty of? This is crazy, right? This is absolutely insane that you're teaching that these people feel guilty about things they haven't done. I would never feel guilty about things I haven't done. Not never. Right? There's a bunch of guys that I know that I grew up with in my neighborhood, right? Whose dads, who dads, brothers, uncles, right? Grandfathers have done seriously bad shit. Killed people, right? For no reason, right? Killed people over fucking shoes, t-shirts, jerseys, right? Or just for looking at them the wrong way. I seen it, right? Just dead, just for whatever reason, because they disrespected them in some bullshit ass way, right? Do I blame their son, their daughter, for what their dad did or what their mom did? Hell no. It's not their fault. They're innocent, right? Of those crimes that their parents have done, right? Why are you blaming people of today for things that their forefathers have done, things that their ancestors have done, right? Okay, so some white people, some white person out there is the ancestor of someone who owned my ancestor as a slave. That dude didn't. Matter of fact, he's about the same age as me. I'm pretty sure he never owned a damn slave. Pretty sure his mama didn't own a damn slave either. Or daddy. Grandpa probably did a couple things to some black people back in the day. But, what the hell? Right? I'm not going to hold that against dude, because dude the same age as me. Right? We grown up in this world. If he don't hate me because I'm black, then I'm not going to hate him because he's an asshole racist. I'm not. Why in the world are we teaching? Why in the world is this, are people just gullible? Why in the world are people, willing to hate somebody just because of what they are? Because if the roles were reversed, then we will be considered the racists and the assholes and have our names dragged in the mud, right? And be looked down upon by society, because we can't do that to certain groups of people, right? Like if a certain, I don't know, let's make up an example here. If a transgender woman, right, which is actually really a man, right, was to threaten a white person who's Jewish, right, who, should be under these people of color things, but somehow not, right? If a transgender woman, right, threatens a smaller, weaker white man on national TV in front of hundreds of thousands of people and seen millions of times on YouTube, threatening them by saying they will put them in a hospital just because they won't use their preferred pronouns, that transgender woman, who's actually really a man, will walk away free, right? But if a white man was to threaten, not even threaten, right? I think in the UK right now, if you even troll somebody, you get arrested. What the hell is that? You troll somebody and now you're gonna get arrested? But if somebody of color or somebody in one of these moderate unfavorable groups, right, like the LGBT community, right, or a woman says something to you, right, you're fine. They're fine. But if you say something about them, right? Whether it's offhanded or not, it's it's gonna be bad for you. You're gonna get fired from your job. You're gonna get you know, blasted and banned on the internet, right? They're gonna ruin your life. Like, shit, what the hell, right? I wonder, you know, I wonder how would people feel if the shoe was on placed on the other foot. If a bunch of women was calling men scum or something like that, and they get banned on a platform. Oh wait, that did happen on Facebook. It really did. Women are mad because they can't call men scum on Facebook. Well, once you know what, that's a whole nother rant. But huh. If you made it this far to the video, man, I really appreciate it if you leave a like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at DCrimson1. That's DCRYMSON and the number 1. And I might not do another one next week since next week is Christmas, and I will be celebrating my first Christmas that I don't have to work the day after, right? I can actually really enjoy my Christmas this year. So, yep. Oh, and follow me on Twitter because I might be doing a Minecraft story mode live stream probably the day after this video is uploaded. If I do upload it the day after if I do upload it as soon as I get this rendered and uploaded, then I'll probably be doing a live stream of Minecraft Story Mode Season 2, right? Might be doing a live stream, might not be. I don't know. We'll see how things roll out. But until next time, people, deuces. I'm out. Peace.